When we measure the success in life, I like to assess myself in these 5 areas. At the end of every day I do this, and it's usually a quick rating. At the end of every week, every month, every quarter, even every year, is to make sure that I'm living a purposeful, and I'll write them in as we talk them through, purposeful, passionate, positive, productive, and yes, profitable life. So let's kind of break this down from the perspective of these are our measurements as we step into some of the revenue streams. If that doesn't make sense for you just yet, don't worry, I'll be breaking it down for you as we get into it. When we think about purpose, especially through the lens of our beautiful high performance journey, typically, not always, that can mean feeling like we're helping others somehow, the servant leadership aspect of purpose, of high performance, but also can mean helping other people grow their business. I'm blessed that with you, I get to do both. I get to help hopefully improve your life, and we'll be talking about how that is, just through the lens of the 5 Ps that can be of improving of your life. And then we'll be talking about the specifics about how we can go after growing a business if that's a desire or dream for you. And it may not be a business per se, it might just be a side hustle or a gig for you to create extra revenue. That's totally fine too. I'll challenge you to make it a business as we step into this, but I hope that sensation of where we're going with this helps. So, purpose. And if you were to assess yourself in the last 4 weeks of how purposeful you felt in terms of your life, 0, not at all, 10, crushing it, what would that be for you? What would that rating show up as? For me, it's a 10 plus. I'm on fire, going after it. I feel like Tarzan swinging on the ropes of purpose as we work through all this. Next is passionate. How emotionally engaged and enthused have you been in the last 4 weeks in your life? Where have you fallen off and why? What's helped and enhanced that idea of passion? Does that make sense? For me, that's 9. There's been a couple times where I didn't get enough rest on an enduring period of time. Passion dipped. But I got my meditation breaks and I took naps, power naps, and brought that energy back. Really, really powerful. Third, positive. How overarchingly have you been doing it feeling positive about your day and about your life? Recognizing the human brain is wired for neutral or negative just as a survival mechanism. So for every neutral or negative thought, sometimes we need 2, 3, 4, even up to 8 from what the science shows to kind of course correct that negative, maybe downward spiral that we can get into and go after positive. Does that make sense? I love the phrase positive belief expectation. That I have a positive belief expectation and I think about it through the lens of whatever I'm working on. A couple of things we'll cover today are brand new to me. And I have a positive belief expectation about it, even though the risk can be pretty heavy in terms of the potentiality of it maybe not going well. But I have a positive belief expectation. I'm going to put in my best efforts, feel energetically connected to the outcome, and go after the best of the best from that perspective. Is that helpful? Does that make sense? Productive. And we don't mean getting more done from the lens of how we think of productivity in high performance and health, wealth, and happiness. We mean getting the right things done. When we think about the life's ambitions, what we're trying to go after, the business ambitions for what we're trying to go after, getting the right things done. Handling our responsibilities, our priorities as we call them in high performance, but getting the right things done, going after our bucket list, our life's projects. And I hope this kind of inspires you as we step through this today to really go after that. And of course, the last P, to live that life of true abundance, profitable. Let me break down what profit is. It means you're taking in more money than you're putting out on an enduring basis. The differential there is profit. So what we're trying to get at is, even including, if you want to get technical about it, you're bringing in, let's just say 100K and your outflow is 50K a year. 100K a year, 50K a year. If you're in other countries, 100 euros you're bringing in a year, you're spending 50 euros a year. And then with taxes and everything, you're still in the plus, if that makes sense. I like to think about profit kind of 3 layers. 1 is we're covering our break even. 2, we have the layer of fun and freedom that we're taking the money that we're creating, that we're bringing in, and we've allocated some of it for fun and freedom on an enduring basis. So we don't wait until some of the older mentalities, wait until the day we're retired, for example. We're going after that sooner rather than later. We're integrating fun and freedom in our life now as part of our weekly or our monthly rhythm, even daily rhythm. And then at the top, we have paying off debt and our saving for the future. And it's kind of the three areas that I like to think about as I think about that idea of living a purposeful, profitable life. Does that all make sense how this kind of connects?